What's up, guys? Welcome back. We already react to the two Ant-Man trailers, so today we're gonna break them down, give us our thoughts, theories, and we'd love to see you guys' thoughts too on them. Leave us down below. Let's get into it.
My first timestamp is at 1:33, but it starts off with at the beginning of this, where Scott doesn't feel appreciated in this trailer. He's just kind of... He's a celebrity, but he's not really known for what he does. You know, that kid he high-fives with the backpack, but people think he's that guy thought he was Spider-Man. You know, the whole kind of... what you call the voiceover, there you go, narration. The whole narration feels like he doesn't feel appreciated. Like he wishes that there was more.
Yeah. So I had that same thing for the first one. He's narrating his podcast. So
I used to ask myself a lot of
questions. I was thinking this is probably
Scott, you're
a podcast.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I didn't think about that.
And that's why we're on like a red carpet. Maybe his podcast really blew up.
Yeah. I personally don't think that the red carpet is our Scott. I think it's similar to Everything Everywhere All at Once, where it wasn't... I don't remember the character's name.
The main character?
Yeah, the main character.
Yeah. I don't remember her name either.
I forgot her name. It's Michelle Yao. Where Michelle Yao, she was looking through the different timelines, and one of the timelines that she is a famous movie actress. So I think the red carpet thing is him seeing another future, or even dreaming of what could have been. Strange. Because we know in Doctor Strange, if you dream, that means you're actually seeing your other self, which would bring in Multiverse of Madness. Yeah. I'll talk about what else, other things that this kind of brings in later on, but I don't think that's what our Scott is doing.
My next point I made was when they first get to the quantum realm. So later in the trailer, when they first get to the quantum realm, we only see Ant-Man and Cassie together. Mm-hmm. And at a different point in the trailer, we see Janet, Hope, and Hank together. Mm-hmm. So it made me think when they get sucked in, they're probably going to get separated.
Yeah.
And we also see, it seems like Janet is kind of guiding Hope and Hank around.
So I came to that conclusion, but it was from minute 120. I didn't realize Hope was also there. I was thinking like there were 3 groups. I was thinking that you had Scott and Cassie, Hope, and then Janet and Hank. And Scott does something which causes them to go in basically like a different direction. Yeah. While everyone else is trying to figure it out, but then I was like, oh well, Hope is with Janet and Hank, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, I don't think Scott meets Bill Murray.
Oh, you think that might be Janet?
Yeah, I think...
like, oh, it's you again.
Yeah, I think Janet...
Yeah.
Janet's group with Hank and Hope, they meet Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Scott doesn't meet Bill Murray. And even Bill Murray might be like... If this was like Thor Ragnarok, Kang is the game master, and then you have Bill Murray as the kind of people who turned against the game master at the end of Ragnarok.
We see these people standing in front of Ant-Man and Cassie. Mm-hmm. So I was wondering, are these like refugee people? Like you were saying, like working against Kang? That's what I kind of think. Maybe these are the people like on the outskirts of King City, but I'm kind of thinking they work. It could be a combination of both. Maybe we'll see like a organization of some kind that are against Kang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the rebels in Star Wars.
Yeah. Especially since we want this movie to really go like science fiction.
Yeah.
That could be cool. Another thing I had was, at this scene, Janet puts her hood up. we know she's been here. People probably know who she is.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering, did she do something? Like, do people know her in a negative way? So that's kind of what I was wondering. But then also a thing of, like, I was saying the refugees, are there multiple kingdoms? Because we kind of see, at this point, we kind of see them like a ship flying towards something.
Mm.
So I wonder, could there be multiple cities or kingdoms within this? But
yeah.
that's what I mean, like the refugee thing. Like, these are the outskirts cities or something. And now they may be fighting with each other.
Yeah.
That's what I'm kind of wondering.
Yeah, that's what I was, like, that's like the thought pattern that I kind of line that I went through. But interesting about like what you said with what did Janet do that she's putting her hood up, because like they're obviously disguised, but people know her obviously because she was in the quantum realm, but she's deliberately disguising because you remember before at the beginning of the trailer she's the one telling Cassie to turn the machine off. So I said it starts off like this. Like I said, Kang has like he has a time chair, but then he has like a bigger form of his time chair. At 130, I think that's like the big time chair, and then 136 is like the smaller time chair. And so, going along with like what you were saying, if you look at like 134 and 139, I was thinking this is the same place that Scott is when he turns around, right?
Yeah.
And I was thinking, is this a time machine? Like a type of time machine? Maybe not a time machine that Kang is using, but a version he used before, and this is the one Janet destroyed, and that's why.
Yeah, that's good.
That's why as soon as that's why Janet's like, "Oh crap, you're sending a signal to the quantum zone. Turn that off because he's gonna sense it." So they all get sucked in, and so the first thing Janet does is we have to go in disguise because this guy is looking for me to kill me because I destroyed his machine.
Yeah.
That's why I was out on the outskirts where you guys found me in the previous movie. Yeah, that's why she's hiding from Kang. And I also said that at minute 140, where Janet is like opening like that circle door.
Yeah.
I said that's probably the same place too. Because at first I thought at minute 133, where Scott turns around. Because, I just said, I think that's like the previous time machine.
Yeah.
But first thing that came to my mind when I watched this was, is that the ship Thor was on in Infinity War? That's the first thing. I know that's a far.
Talking about where he made Stormbreaker?
No, where he fought Thanos. Where Hulk fought Thanos.
Oh, that ship?
That's what I was thinking. That's a far-stretched theory. I do think that it's more in line, more believable that that's the previous time machine. But I was thinking, when I first saw that, I was like, he's being shown the time ship. Not time ship, the Thor ship.
Yeah.
But, that's whatever. So at minute 157, this kind of goes into like what you were saying before, connecting to the other trailer. So I probably won't. I'll hold off of saying that until the next trailer. But that part where Kang is like descending, the previous shot before this, I think that and this are part of the same group. But I'll get to that when we talk about the other trailer.
A lot of circles.
Yeah, it's a lot of circles. But I said that this is one of the parts is where we meet Bill Murray. And I call like the Island of Misfit Toys, like like the movie, you know what I'm talking about? No. We are the Island of Misfit Toys.
I don't know what that is.
It's the one Christmas stop motion thing. I can't believe you don't remember that. Okay.
Like with Mad?
Well, Mad made a parody off of it.
Yeah, I don't know the original. That's why.
Yeah. Well, you threw me off because you didn't understand that reference. you threw off the whole flow of my mind. That's what I was saying. So I did write the right time tip. So this part where we see all three of them standing, Scott, Hope, and Cassie, I was thinking that's either where we meet Bill Murray and the other people that's with him, or all the other misfit toys or whatever. Or this is when they confront Kang and he gives them a final warning, like the scene previous when he's descending. So I was thinking that either this is connecting to the previous scene where Kang's lowering himself down, or this is when they meet Bill Murray, and Bill Murray like takes off his glasses like, oh hey, and they're like, who are you?
Yeah.
Or this is like Kang coming down and be like, oh yeah, so like this is like your final, like there's no going back if you say no to this.
Yeah.
Like, I tried to play nice. Here's another thing, but like you said, it's a part of the other trailer that I had. So like 205, you have where Kang telling Scott where he needs to go and what he wants him to get. That's what I think this is. Mm-hmm. I don't think this is like I think this is like Kang and Ant-Man's first introduction.
Yeah.
If not their first introduction, it's their first direct introduction. Yeah. Where he's like, oh, yeah, you should do this. And Scott's like, I don't know, you seem kind of weird. But, like, he's like, hey, well, I could get you time.
Yeah.
I could get you what you want. And he's like, what's going to be, Ant-Man? And so now we see, like, a contrast, like, Scott not feeling appreciated. You notice, I think we said this in our trailer breakdown, what was at the beginning, Scott is dealing, the person who gives the older man that gives him the coffee, he says, thanks, Spider-Man, you're so cool, right? And he's like, I'm not Spider-Man. But Kang knows Scott by name.
Yeah.
So he's going to feel automatically more comfortable with this guy because this guy actually recognizes who he is. Yeah. It's not a good thing, but Scott doesn't realize that yet.